Another day, another box from BigBadToyStore, and I figured we would do a little unboxing, just because it's kind of easy, and I can also show what I plan to do with my newfound plastic. So, this shipped a little bit earlier than I wanted. Usually I try to wait until things are fully... things in a set have arrived completely. But this time, for some reason, I couldn't cancel and re-add stuff, so I had to do with all this. So this here, starting off, this is the Black Series Omega figure from the Bad Batch. I haven't actually watched Bad Batch except for the Cad Bane scenes, and I honestly don't really have a reason for buying this except that it's like decent kid fodder. So like in case I would need to do something child size, this is a pretty good base, I think. The pants aren't like super spacey, and you know, it's a pretty, you can kind of do whatever. So let's move on. More Black Series stuff. This here is the Ayla Secura figure, and I bought her because I figured maybe her legs would be good for Ashley. But I'm not really sure, because Black Series figures are a little bit smaller than Marvel Legends and whatnot. So we'll see how that works out in the future. Also, the torso is pretty generic fantasy looking. It doesn't look overly Star Wars-esque. So with some new arms and maybe like a repaint, you can probably be quite versatile with the torso. Here we have another Star Wars Black figure, Vel Sartha from Andor. This is mainly just fodder as well. Sometimes I tend to buy especially female figures just for fodder, because it's a lot harder to come across like good looking female figures than coming across your generic like males with, you know, like military gear. So yeah, fodder. More Black Series. This is the Bastila figure from KOTOR. And I love KOTOR. KOTOR 1 and 2 are some of the best RPGs of all time, I think. I'm not really sure about this head sculpt. It doesn't really look like the portrait of Bastila in the game to me, but I'm just really happy in general that they made a figure of her. Unfortunately, I'm also kind of looking at her boots for Ashley. Not really sure, because I do kind of want this as an, you know, as an actual figure as well. So, yeah, we'll see. And now, Rogue, who has been in shot for like almost the entire time. I've always wanted a good-looking Rogue. I already have a Rogue figure. It's my shortened Marvel Select figure, but I don't know, I just think this figure looks fantastic, and I was really, really happy when they finally released a Rogue that was easy to get a hold of, because the old Retro Series Rogue was really difficult to get hold of, and the regular release Marvel Legends figure was also really hard. So yeah, really, really happy to have this. This is probably gonna be my default Rogue. And to go with Rogue, we have Gambit. And another figure from the X-Men 97 series. I am really excited for this show, but I am a little bit wary, because I was really hoping Chris Potter would come back and voice Gambit again, but I heard he's recast, and instead he voices some other character. I don't really know if it's because he didn't sound good, which I don't think is true, because I heard him in a panel and he sounded really good still. Or maybe he just didn't want to do it, or maybe scheduling, I don't know. But yeah, my current Gambit is already really good looking, but I figured, oh, it didn't really hurt to like check him out at least. So moving on with X-Men 97, this is the Wolverine. This is, to me, by far the best Wolverine they've ever done. I think he looks fantastic. This head sculpt, this unmasked head sculpt, is just incredible. And he comes with, you know, pretty much everything you would kind of want from a Wolverine figure, I guess. I sold my old cel-shaded removal Wolverine, and that was purely to make way for this one. So yeah, really excited to have this one. He looks awesome. So moving on to some other stuff, we have the Action Force Valaverse Condor figure, and I think this is actually going to be my base for the Chris Redfield custom I've been trying to make for how long now, ever since I started making the Resident Evil figures. And it's because the color scheme is very, very crisp, and I think if I remove like all the deco from the body armor and I add some pouches and stuff, it's gonna be like a pretty good generic looking version of Chris. So hopefully. So here we have the Transformers RED Transformers Prime Megatron, and this figure for some reason was really, really hard to get a hold of. It was released probably I think a year ago or something, but it was extremely rare. And I really wanted him because I wanted to check out the head sculpt, and I wanted to do the same kind of transplant I did with the Transformers Prime Optimus figure, where I just swapped the heads, because I think the head sculpt on this figure looks really good. I was also thinking of grabbing his cannon, because the cannon for the Voyager figure is really, really big and clumsy looking, and the cannon here looks really good. I heard that apparently the plastic they used is really bad, but hopefully if I just use a certain like few parts, it's gonna be good. So yeah, here's to hoping. I'll make a video about it, and then you'll see. I'm gonna make videos about like most of everything here. What's this? We have another Andor figure, and this is Bix Kaleen. And yeah, another kind of generic fantasy looking figure. I have some ideas maybe for the head here for an original character of mine. I think she would look pretty good as a dark elf, but I'm not really sure quite yet. I have another contender as well to go with it. And then finally we have the oh, this isn't a plastic box. A plastic little bag. So here we have the Red Sonja figure by Loose Collector, and this box is smashed. Oh, really not a fan of that. But yeah, I was really hoping to use... I know this is gonna sound like sacrilege because this is a pretty expensive figure, but I really, really want to use this hair for an original character of mine. It's a D&D character of mine I've really taken a liking to, and I really need her hair. So hopefully her hair is a separate piece, like, you know, Marvel Legends and pretty much everything else Hasbro does. I'm not really sure if it's all molded in one piece or not, but hopefully. So yeah, again, really not happy with this box. Yeah, pretty big haul, a lot of custom opportunities here, and I'll do some comparisons and some more customizing live videos, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed.